It's your boy, family. Yeah, big up Team Canada, big up Team Global, and we on the inside and the outside, but we inside, right? And today we're gonna have a small discussion. But the exercise for today is step ups. It was rough today. Look at it. Stepping up. Stack your steps. Yeah. Remember, you're stacking your joints. Remember, the knee must not pass your big toe. Remember to squeeze the glutes on the up portion. Right? One leg at a time, you call it isometric. Yeah? We work in one leg at a time because sometimes the right leg is stronger than the left leg. So when you're doing a squat, sometimes the right leg doesn't want to work. Yeah? This is the correct imbalances. Yeah? Big up Miss Bartholomew on the inside. So big up Team Global, right? Big up Chica, big up Sadali, big up V, big up Jizak, big up Abby. Real Talk Live was the live before, and right now I want to ask a question. So the question I want to ask, right, is what is the thermic effect of food? Yeah? Thermic effect of food. Why we doing step ups with weight? Now, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, when we're doing this step up, right, our feet or foot must be parallel to the hip. So we want to make sure that the leg is at a 90-degree angle and we step up. Step back up. 90 degrees, step up. Step back up. Right? We're working one foot at a time because we tend to be stronger. Some people, their right arm stronger than the left arm. People who have shoulder problems, sometimes the right shoulder good and the left shoulder, right? So place in the comment section, people, right? What is the thermic effect of food? And then I want you all to tell me which food gives us the highest thermal effect. Big up all these sexy ladies on the fat loss challenge. Yeah. So we're doing isometric movements, step ups, one foot at a time to correct muscle imbalances in our framework. Yeah? So my right leg stronger than the left. So what you will do is you will add a couple more to the weaker arm, weaker leg, that kind of thing. Right? Squeezing the glutes to the top. Yeah. This is the exercise for today. Yeah? Big up yourselves. Remember to like and share. The notification bell on Burn Team Global page is there. So, Senali, Chica, everybody looking at the live, tell me which food, when you eat it, has the highest thermic effect. Meaning, because we're on a fat loss challenge, right? We're on a fat loss challenge, and we want to use tips and tricks with your boy. Tips and tricks, right? So what foods can we eat that would make the body burn more calories, yeah? And the exercise for today is step ups, yeah? Foot on the step. The leg must be at a 90 degree and you come up, and you squeeze the glutes. One leg at a time. One leg at a time. The weaker leg, you make sure and do a couple more to improve the balance of your frame. Right? So sometimes the left shoulder might be a little bigger than the right shoulder. So you're correcting muscle imbalances. Compound movements do a lot of that correction because it tends to move everything together. Yeah? Yeah, so now we have our left shoulder issue. So we would concentrate a little bit more reps on the left side when we're doing alternated dumbbell presses. Right? So if you're now joining us, tips and tricks, burn team global, we're doing step ups with me. Catching my ass here. And then shoulders outside. And I come into the step ups here. Yeah? Here's what going on. Right? So again, leg at 90 degrees. And you're stepping up. Squeezing to the top. Controlling the dog. Don't stand your foot on the dog. So come up. Control the dog. Squeeze. Control the dog. This could be done at home. Yes? If you have a step at home, most people have a step, right? You can now step up and you're working your quads, you're working your glutes. So all the ladies who want to improve that glute area, remember we said before, the glute helps in hip stabilization. So when you raise the leg like this, the glute has to keep the hip stabilized. Right? So you can do it anywhere that have an elevation, a step, a corner, a tire, you can put a bucket. Right? So if you're now joining us as Bird Team Global Tips and Tricks, big up Smexy ladies on the weight loss challenge. All remember Sweaty Sunday for all those who want to get themselves involved. Thermic effect on food. Yes. Right? So the food that has the highest thermic effect, right, is protein. Correct is right. So when it is we are going through a fat loss phase and we're reaching a stage where, you know, big up Judy on the inside, but and we reach a stage where we want to get the calories at one place and then we want to add a certain amount of calories. We now switch to protein because protein is more satisfying and protein is the thing that your body would use more energy digesting. So the trick tactic for today's exercise of the day is step ups. So I'm going to do my next set. How much sets I do so far? How much sets I do so far? So remember again, careful with it. And we stepping up. Come down. Step up. Come down. Step up. Come down. Step up. It is an isometric movement. We isolate one leg at a time to correct muscle imbalances in our physique. Sometimes the right arm is stronger than the left arm. That's why we do dumbbells when we're doing presses, so we can alternate. Yeah? So we can alternate on the movements. So, right? So normally when we're pressing or we're doing lunges, sometimes we favor our foot. We know that. We favor our leg. Yeah? So, you'll see me. When we lunge, right? Right here, it is a hip stabilization that engages your glutes. Right? So when we come here, we now isolating and focusing on that one movement. Right? One leg at a time. So lunge is a functional movement. This we isolated. So the ladies who want to see the teardrop in the quads. And remember we spoke before on leanness and composition. In order for you to see that teardrop, one out of two things have to happen. The teardrop in the quads by the kneecap. One out of two things have to happen. Yeah? One, you lose body fat and it reveals the separation. Or two, you increase the muscle mass in the area with the same amount of fat and it looks leaner. Yeah. So, chica. Big up your head on the inside. Right? So, we're talking about thermic effect of food. So protein, what is another food group? So Sonali said protein, which is the highest. What is another food group we use when we lose body fat? Chica, Sonali, Cassie Junior on the inside. Right? While you're answering, right? We want to show again, stacking your joint. The leg must be parallel to the ground. Right? So when you're stacking your steps, to do your step up, make sure that your leg is not too high or too low. So your knee must be in parallel with the ground. Right? Short people need less steps, tall people need more steps. Right? So you see my knee, we stacking the joint, knee, turn, ankle. Same way in the lunge. Yeah. See? Well stacked. So I can come up and lunge. Yeah, people? Right. So Chica, how are you going? I want to know how this fat loss challenge going. It is on the first day of the first month. So look out for that. Make sure to look out for Sweaty Sunday tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, the Chica J and the ladies. And remember to like and share the page. Remember the notification button somewhere around. Right? I know people just get notifications late now. Older than meditation. Yeah. What people need to understand is that some persons need to diet longer than some when coming to body recomposition, even losing body fat. Some of us, we want to rush into it, and some of us just need to eat the right foods. Yeah? So you could be leaner this morning, but you could still weigh the same weight. Yes, we're looking at composition. It's hard to stay with it. What? It's hard to say what outcome is going to be. I can say what the outcome going to be. What we're going to do is learn a lot about ourselves. Right? So for today, whenever you're looking at this, it is a step up, concentrating on the whole leg, isometric movement. We're going up, coming down, up, squeeze. One leg at a time, focusing on stacking the joint, keeping everything parallel, and making sure and feel that squeeze in your quads and hamstring and glutes. Yeah? So, again, when we're talking about fat loss, we need to know that your body will not give you the fat as easily as you think. Right? So, resistance training with a dietary protocol is very important, because you don't just want to lose lean mass and move the scale. You want to keep your muscle and you want to burn fat. Right? So, high protein, high thermic effect of food, cardio, resistance training, we put it together, we mix it up, and we get, you know, that thing. Yes, we need to keep the muscle. The muscle is what's gonna keep you lean, right? For those who are watching, we're talking about proper stacking of the joints for the step up. So again, the leg must be parallel, the knee must be over your ankle, and then you come up and you squeeze. Yes? You come up and you squeeze. You come up and you squeeze. And we control the movement through and through. Yeah? So, it's your boy! Make sure you like the page. Big up Spexy, big up World Team Family, big up World Team Global. And all you are waiting to see who going to be at the top of the list in this fat loss challenge. We good.